So hey everybody, it's Brad.
And I'm Krista.
With Big Family Homestead, and it's been a long time since we've done super basic video stuff.
Yep, so we're going to start from the very beginning.
The very beginning. Which
It's
is
an excellent place to
I was
start.
gonna say it's a very good place to start.
Cow.
There's a cow. Don't do it, man. So we're gonna show you milking stands and feeders.
It's licking the tripod.
Well, I'm envious. Let's go.
What?
I told you. Back, you devil. Not really. Although he was the one that knocked me over.
A couple times.
He's a good boy though.
All right, for a
No, that's good. Go.
So for a feeding station, we built this to
Slab
keep
wood.
snow off. This was all slab wood. This was all scrap. These actually were from our wood pile that we bought for firewood. We had a cage from a IBC tote, and we thought this was going to be great. We could just shove the the square bales inside here. This worked great for a while.
Well, it did, but let me show one other quick thing. We had a little, I don't know, gangway plank kind of thing.
Ramp.
That way you could set the pile of hay, the square bale, and push it through without the animals crowding you.
Right, we could feed from the outside. This was great and all, but they were not eating it down good enough. So
There's a lot of waste.
right, so we decided let's do something slightly different that we did over the summer.
More basic.
And it's way more basic. So probably in the spring we'll take this apart and use it for something else.
Watch it, pal. All right, so this is over here what we did, which is funny because it was just laying around and it's been working better.
Yeah, this is way better. So these are some scrap hog panels.
Hog panels.
These are hog panels, and we just attached them with some of these C-clamps. I think that's what they're called. After we set the bale down.
Yep, watch it, pal. I'm not going to put up with your nonsense. All right, so that is working better.
Yeah, this is working really, really well.
Look at
So
that.
they're able to eat from the sides, they're able to eat from the top. And as it gets down to the very bottom, all we have to do is pick up this wire and then they eat what's left on the ground.
Now, I do think there would be an improvement on this design if we could figure out a way to make some kind of a base around it, maybe an 8-inch base. There would be less waste. I think he's being frisky.
He is being frisky. So there is actually, it makes it nice because on hog panels, the slats or the openings are smaller towards the bottom. So that kind of holds it in a little bit better.
Yep.
But you can't really see that. Here it is.
Oh,
See?
they're running of the sheep.
Hi.
You've heard of running of the bulls.
There's a sheep over here. See here? I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the sheep.
Yeah. She's putting her head through there.
Yeah.
Right here.
Yeah.
So, hi, baby.
All right, so let's check out. Well, that one over there, we don't really need to check it out. That's kind of an industry standard feeder.
For cows and horses. Actually, there's a different one for horses where it's more of a V so they can dip their head in. But our horses have no problem. Actually, what's funny is when it gets down low, the horses will just go ahead and move it out of the way.
They do.
Yeah.
But even that one, there's too much waste, which we got to figure out a better base.
Right.
But it's really lasting a long time for these guys here. They're happy. Sweeties.
Yeah.
There you go. You want some? That's Buddy. He's a ram. Okay. So we have made goat milking stands out of pallets, which that's generally free. If not free, there's sheep everywhere. I mean, they're crowding. They think it's goodie time.
Right.
But we made them out of pallets, which is generally free. Excuse me. Or a few bucks max. But this one's like a combo of scrap wood, pallet wood. You can see this is what is called slab wood. You see those edges on there? This was extra stuff from a sawmill that they can't really use to make into 2x4s or bigger things. And so it's scrap. So for around here, you can get a bundle that would be, what, 2,000 pounds?
Easy, yeah.
Of wood.
Yeah.
And it's all odd shapes and stuff like that, but you can build things like this out of it. So this is like the newer version where goat goes up here. You don't have to do anything. They stand right here, and then you have a spot for your bench.
For your stool here.
Right.
Yeah.
So then what we got over here is just a basic headlock. So, oh, it's frozen.
Yeah.
So basically, goat goes in, pop.
You don't want to demonstrate for us, honey?
That's your job, baby. So, head is locked. And then,
There's a pin over
Yeah.
here to prevent it from
right
opening.
there. See?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
You don't need to do anything super high tech,
Nope.
folks. So they're in there. It's not hurting them.
Nope.
It's good to go.
Right.
And then what we would do, you see this right here, we'd put a bucket, bam, with their feet in there, because then they're happy, happy, happy. You can be over here to this side milking, not a problem. Now, why is this here, you may say, Brad? Brad, you may say, Brad, why is that there? That's to keep the other wee beasties out, because they will climb on you, they'll push on you, but they'll be more interested in the food than you. So they'll hang at wood. They're just being cute.
He was ramming the tripod.
Well,
I think he killed it.
He's got to show dominance over the tripod.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Sorry.
basic stuff. I honestly think we have, truthfully, maybe a 2x4. That one right there, that's just a store
the one at the
bought.
bottom.
So we probably have less than $10 in this
Yeah.
milking
Including
setup.
screws and bolts and
Yeah, and a lot of it was just laying around. You
Yeah.
can build a lot of stuff with scrap. It doesn't have to be rocket science. So you're up next.
okay.
You're going to show the cow milking stanchion.
Yep.
Okay, let's do that. And this here is our cow milking stanchion. You could milk other kinds of animals if they were bovine size.
Sure. Actually, we can't really put horses in here unless they're shorter, because the bar over there is.
You don't do a whole lot
Well, you
of
don't
horse
milk
milking.
A horse. I'm saying for vet care, you could put them in here.
She's hitting me. Give us the tour of the stanchion,
Okay.
baby.
So, Caleb, would you come and demonstrate for us how a cow goes into this?
Cow goes moo.
So the cow comes in,
Steps up. Aha.
steps up, and we lock their head in.
See you later, brother.
Yeah.
Show them how the headlock works. It's super basic. It's just
super
2x4s.
basic. It's 2x4s. This one's on a hinge. They can't move it. Both sides do open, but we generally only use the one side.
We did put a fan up here because it does get hot in the summer. And boy, they love it. They
Yeah.
will sit in here where it's cool.
Yeah.
Right over
So,
there.
Also, jeez, cow.
Whiskey's messing with the
Also,
cows.
as the cow comes in, they get their grain. And so we have here
Little ledge.
a little ledge here. Then I just added a couple of scrap pieces here to make the gap.
Yep.
That was all. And these are on just a bolt running through all four, I should say, pieces of wood.
Now, for those who are tallying this up in your minds, going, okay, that's a pressure treated 4x4. That's a pressure
Yes.
treated by 4x4. This was budget still because it's not prefab, like all welded steel or anything like that.
No.
But we also knew it was going to get wet.
Right.
It's
right.
going to get poop on it.
It's gonna get wet. We did use deck 2x6s or 1x6s or whatever these are. 2x6s. The decking boards where they're rounded on the edges. And I found that putting a mat down here, a rubber mat,
Saves
actually
with the poopy.
saves not just with poop, but it saves with the cow slipping, because when this wood is wet, then they tend to slip a little bit more. So having this texture down here really saves a lot of.
Well, we've got the
slipping.
mat going into the mat. It's
Yeah.
dirty right now because everything's frozen.
It's frozen. I mean, it's when it warms up, then we'll be able to sweep it up and clean it up. But you know, it's actually good for traction to have a little bit of grit down on the ground.
All right, let's talk prices. We did start the video talking about budget and trying to keep costs low, and we try to do that a lot. Now, this one was a little bit more, but far less than you would buy something prefab or,
Sure.
you know, we did that on purpose because we wanted it the last years with the pressure treated 2x4s and to give us the ability to have different kinds of animals in here. If we had a Holstein, woo.
Yeah, so that's hence why it's a little taller, because we never knew what kind of animal we would have. I mean, if we just happened to have a Holstein, then oh my goodness, can you imagine the amount of milk?
Their
they-
hips are this tall.
They're up to my eyebrows.
She's eye level with the business port.
Yeah, so don't ever stand really close behind them, especially if they go to cough.
You never know, especially if they've been eating a lot of refried beans. Woo! You'll regret it.
Yeah, you will.
So let's talk cost.
So the cost, total was probably about $150. Now this was built about almost 3 years ago.
Yep.
So today's costs are clearly different, but we've got 2x4s and 2x6s and 4x4s here, and we wanted it to be strong and to last a long time because we didn't want to have to build it again shortly.
Now, truth, if you wanted to spend a little more time, you can find different pallets that you can pull apart.
Sure.
That have bigger pieces of wood, and you can sister the wood together. So that means like that, and then you go back and forth.
Right.
To make them stronger. If you have more time, you could save money like that. But here's the thing. I honestly don't think you're gonna save half by doing that because you're gonna have a lot more screws.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have to do some kind of pressure treating on it, unless it's pressure treated wood.
Yeah.
But then it really depends on how valuable is your time. Because time is one of those funny things. Some people are like, well, I could spend 5 hours, 10 hours building that thing and I'd be happy as a clam. Where other people go, well, 2 hours is a lot for me to spare.
Right. It
So-
depends on how much your time is worth
To you.
to you. Yeah, exactly.
So, hope you liked the video. We didn't do like the screw it together kind of video because guess what?
We did it a long time ago.
Well, and you can see what we did.
Yeah.
You take the drill and you put the screw and there you go.
Yeah. Yep.
That's it. I'm Brad.
I'm Krista.
Have a nice, yeah.
A blessed and amazing day, or an amazing and blessed day.
Oh, sorry. I will.
Yeah, it's okay.
You go. You end the video.
It's done. It's all done.
Are you sure?
It's all done.
All right. Bye.